our agenda is try to create a React project. Okay. As I told you yesterday, the prerequisite is for the React environment is Node.js and then Visual Studio Code or any other editor. And then third step is creating the React app. So first of all, how can we check whether the Node.js is there or not? Nishan, go to your start window. Here type node. See, right? Yes. If you type node, yeah, Node.js is installed. See, and also once the Node.js is installed, so we can create the React application two ways. One is from the Node.js command prompt. Another one is from the Visual Studio Code. Whatever we did earlier, that is the process. Let's see, Node.js command prompt, Node.js. Yeah, type Node.js command prompt. Right. Click that. This is one way. Either we can create the application from here at a specific, yes. Before that, we have two kinds of installations, Node.js or React anything, Angular also. One is local installation to a specific folder. In that specific folder only we can able to create the projects. Second one is global, -g, npm install node something -g. So what happens? G means global. It makes the Node.js available across your computer, so that anywhere, any drive, we can create the application. Whether it is Angular, whether it is React, doesn't matter. Always recommended to install global level for the development purpose. But when in a live, right, when we are in the company, so IT ops restricted to, I mean, they only install the required softwares when we raise a request, a specific folder. They don't want the projects to be created in all areas. They restrict it to a specific folder. Okay, right. Now how can we know the version, which Node.js version install? Fine, right? By above you see your environment has been set up for using the Node.js 20.0 through the command. How can we know that? Yeah, node, type Nishant, node, yeah, space, yes, enter, 20. This is the current Node.js latest version install on the Nishant screen. Okay, so first step is node. So what commands you have followed to install the node, Nishant?
Directly, automatically it will install while Node is installed.
No, say from the Google,
Yeah.
from the website, we will find the, can you please open the Google? Right. So React.js installation, that's fine. React.js installation steps. Whatever the operating system, Windows or Linux, Mac, usually Windows, yes. So come down. Not this one. Go back. This is creating the install React application. Go back. First one. First one. We have dedicated website for the react.org, something like that. Yeah, see, right? Yeah, here first step is installing the Node.js. So when we go that particular website Node.js, it will give you the options, whether it is Mac, whether it is Windows, and if it is Windows, on which 32-bit or 62-bit. Based on the our configuration, we should download the software from this particular Node.js website and install it. Once installed, how to confirm that? Whatever we have seen, right, through the Node.js command node -view. Come down. Yes. Next one, npm install React. This is outdated command. Whatever that Nishant, can you please copy that command and paste on the chart? Npx create, not this one. You have entered, right? Visual Studio Code.
Yeah, NPX
Npx.
create React.
Not here. Visual Studio Code. Uh, click up arrow. Not
This one.
here. In the terminal. Come down.
Yeah, in terminal only. Okay.
Con
Yeah, yeah.
Up arrow, down arrow. Yeah. Can you please, yeah, wait. NPX create React app is the syntax after our project name. Project name should start, always must start with a small letters. Camel notation. Right. Copy this one.
Yeah, copied already.
Yeah. Paste on the chart.
Chart. Actually, I am in screen sharing mode.
Okay. No issue. We can paste it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll show you.
I will
No
paste
issue. No
it
issue.
once.
Right. So now, where we are exactly, G folder React. Now, see, right, Nishant, we are in the React folder only, not at all the project folder. So now here type cd change directory, my first React. That means we are navigating to the project folder. Yeah, first React. Enter. Yes. Now we are at our project folder. Now run the npm start command.
Yeah, yeah.
See, right? This is your the default project and the main page that got created for us. Localhost 3000. The benefit of React.js, right? It automatically compile. I mean, when we issue the command npm start, it automatically compiles and render on the browser directly. But when it comes to Angular, right, we should take that local host. The port is 400. We explicitly hit the URL, but React, right, automatically it render on the browser. That is benefit of the React.js. No need to hit manually local host separately. When we execute the command npm start, it automatically run on the browser. Right. How to, first of all, what is the requirement? Node installation, as I have shown you from the particular Node.js URL, we can download the Node.js. After that, installing the Visual Studio Code or anything. Third one is creating a React application. So let me, yeah, as we have seen from the Visual Studio Code, let me show you from the Node.js also. Node.js command prompt. Yeah. We should navigate to a folder where we should install, where we want to create the React project. So in right, in E drive. Now I am in E drive. E drive, React or RC. Yeah, in a React folder. Right. So change directory, React. Right. There. Now make directory, mkdir, make a directory folder. So now here we can create, right? Yeah. npx create React. Yeah. This is syntax and my project name is now 23 batch. This is my project name. 23 project. See, right? In this drive, we don't have such a folder. Now 23 project. One sec. npx correct only. React npx create React app is fine. Huh? Nishant, what is the command npx?
Yeah, npx space create React app.
Mm, re- yeah, if you remember, guys, when we used to install the software from CD, we used to select the different options, right? Location, what are the required things. So sometimes we get some confusion, right? Recommended options, optional options, something like that. But see, beauty of this front end technology, with a single command we are creating the project. The same if I want to do in a .NET, I used to scratch onwards, I used to create the template and then modules, then blah, blah, blah thing. Everything has to be done from the scratch. From here, with a single command, this command npm node package manager downloads whatever the required resources for this project environment. See, right? It is downloading whatever the required plugins required for this project. Yeah, let's see if there is any folder created in our React. See, right? Now see, node modules package got created, package file. Yeah. Meanwhile, let's discuss about the few technical terms which we frequently hear during our live development. First one, NPM. Anybody can answer.
Node package manager.
What it will do?
It will install node files, Node.js packages and all.
Manager. So manager always generally manager always looks for the environment setup for his team, right? His or her team, right? Environment like infrastructure, where team has to sit, and what are the required for the team, any external training in a stationery, and then resources, laptops allocation, and then document requirement allocation, all those stuff. So manager always looks take care of his team, not internal stuff. Only number of recruiting the new team members and providing the training if required, and guidance and infrastructure. Likewise, node package manager, we can imagine this node package manager as a project manager, so which provides the environment for our React development, not other than that. If it yeah, if we want to install any new package, yes, it allows with the command we install, uninstall. So it always makes sure that the perfect environment is set for our development. Clear? Created. Project got created. See, done. How can we open the project? Right. Visual Studio Code, whatever the IDE, installed. Run as administrator is not required. We can even open normally until unless you see any error. So it is smoothly created the project. Right. Here, file, open folder. Select our project folder. Right. See, right? Our project got open. Okay, fine. How to run the project? Whatever the default project, yes. File, no, terminal, new terminal. Yeah, please cross check. We are in the right folder, our project folder. And now npm strt start. Please start the app. See, right here also we have used npm node package manager. So it takes care of your project environment and running your project. Right. The second one is Webpack Manager. Web Package Manager. Any idea, guys? We can imagine this as a project lead, because project lead is the responsible to deliver the content in time, as well as code reviews, and as well as resolving the bugs, as well as anything. I mean, right, project related stuff can handled by the project leader. So Webpack Manager, we can imagine it as a project lead where it supports it take care of your the development activities. Development activities means checking the syntactical errors, as well as translating the code into browser understandable, something which takes care of our development activities. When we want to move the code from code to higher environment, build the project, that means build the project in the sense means creating the optimized code. Let's say before build, we have 200 files in our project, including all. After build, it becomes 100 files. Optimizer, how it? Yeah, it always follows the bundling and minification, 2 steps. Yeah, bundling means, let's say for example, one of our file dependent on 10 other files. So once that files are installed, then only our main file will be work. So who download that content? Yes, obviously the software, whatever the compiler or whatever. So when you start, downloading the file one by one, so see how much time it takes to load full file on the browser. So to avoid that, let's say anyway, those 10 files are required. Let's bundle two together and download at once, so that we will have very less span of loading of our page on the browser. Minification, as I told you in one of our earlier session, removing the commented code, and then removing the unwanted space, and removing the unused variables, so which saves the lot of memory. Maybe before the minification our file will be 100 lines, after the minification maybe it becomes 10 lines, so that we will have less size of files, lightweight files. Minification, Webpack Manager does every time when we run the application to optimize our application, build bundling and the minification. And also we can set the what kind of request our project will handle. Excel, I mean, let's say for example, if we have a grid where we users data is displaying, and download option is there from the grid. So download in the sense means PDF or Excel, anything. So whether our application handles those kind of requests or also, we can clearly mention the webpack manager dot in a file like package.jsn. We will be seeing that moving forward. Webpack manager npm, Notepack manager npm always take care of our project environment, and webpack manager take care of our development activities. Clear, guys? So project manager, project lead. Next one, node modules, very very important, guys. Not only in React, every front-end technology project will have these node modules. When we create a project, new project, by default, a folder gets created in our project that is called as a node modules. What it contains? It contains the physical files of the installed packages required for our project. Okay, obviously, right? When we create the application, when we issue the command, our npm downloads the required package from the internet. Fine. If internet is available, fine. If internet is not there, our application should not dependent on the resources. That's why npm physically download all the packages and put in your node modules. Moving forward also, if you install or uninstall any third-party package, obviously physical files comes and sit here. It is good practice not to touch this node module, because packages refers from here when we start using in our project. Until unless there are some errors, recommends us to change something in our source file, then only we should come and touch here. If node modules corrupt, your application won't work. It is similarly like when we install a software, obviously to ask the location, right? C program file, something like the same way. Node modules also always contain the physical files of the installed packages to avoid the dependency with the internet. Clear? Babel or Babelrick, something, or any other interpreter. Babel or Babelrick is an interpreter or converter, whatever. Browser only understand JavaScript without any doubts, even though React.js write the JavaScript code, it can't understand. It only understand the plain JavaScript code. But from the React.js, we combine the JavaScript in HTML, HTML in JavaScript, vice versa, and we write the HTML code in JavaScript file. Syntax is somewhat bit different, and a browser won't even though our React.js file contains the JavaScript code, it won't understand. Someone has to convert that into browser understandable language. We need one interpreter. In a market, most of the people go with the Babel. By default, it creates for us. Earlier, it is not that. Earlier, we used to install separately Babel. But now, with the latest, versions, Babel by default, Babel includes in our process. So every time when we run the application, it converts our code into browser understandable languages. That is called as a interpreter. We can have we have more than interpreters available in the Google, but most of the cases Babel we will go. How to check? One sec. Someone has. Okay, Nishan. Yeah. So how to check whether Babel is there or not? Yes. Here, go to mirror. Just type for the Babel. See, right? Something is there. See. That means by default, the interpretation also integrated. We should not worry about that, right? Next one, configuration files. Yeah. If we are working with a TypeScript, we will have the extra TypeScript files. If we are working with JavaScript, yes, only JavaScript. Next one is package.json and package lock.json. Let's see those files are there or not. From our project. Yeah, see, right? Package -.json, package.json. Let's cross verify the package.json. Package.json will have two categories. One is editable, and all are editable only until unless it recommends. The very first one is name. What is the project name? So by default it takes the whatever the name we give with the npx create command. Next, versions. Yes, obviously we deliver the project iteration only, right? You can mention the current iteration whenever you enter into a new iteration, so that by seeing this package.json, other team members can able to understand that okay, now we are in this particular iteration or whatever the version. Private, yes. This is especially for the SEO, search engine optimization. If we want to appear, our project to be, come in a Google search, then we should make the false and then give some keywords. If we want to make it only a private intranet application, it is always true. Next one. There are two kinds of dependencies. Here the dependencies which are requirement, list of the projects, list of the packages that are required for our React application. Main, not all, main. So DOM, React user event, and their version. And this symbol always gives that, the symbol cap symbol always notify that it accepts the latest version. When we update it, let's say for example, now this package will have a 6th version. So if we install that 6th version, automatically our application adjusts to that 6th version. Cap always indicates that it accepts the latest versions also moving forward. Next one, yes. Script tag always gives us the current commands which we frequently use during our development. Yes, npm start to start our application, npm build to build our application, to create the optimized code, npm test to test the project, and exec to come out of the project, npm exec. Let's see. Say how to stop the terminal, control C. Yes, yes. npm exec. either control C or anything. Yeah. npm run ejecta npm. So when we come out of from the terminal, application won't work, which will be inactive. See, right? Unable to connect. So it should be always in active. I mean, now freshly it is starting a server. Right. Right. Next one, where is package dot a? Yes. Right. Script. And also, right. Scripts, right? Scripts. Oh, it totally changed that. See, right? Webpack compiled successfully. So that means it has performed the minification, bundling, whatever the actions required for to run the application. See, right? Hmm. Right. After this, whatever we have, right? npm start, all the stuff that is done. Next one is lint configuration. Earlier, we used to explicitly install this line indentation configuration, because to format, to avoid the unnecessary spaces, because for a single space also the memory counts. So let's say, for example, obviously as a developers, we write the code always not in the order. So see, this spaces also counts memory. So to format, we use, see, right? Yeah, that is line indentation. Line indentation as ESLint. So to format and to make your code in a format mode, so we use the ls lint. Yeah. Here the browser list. We have two modes, right? One is production, one is development. We can clearly mention the list of the browsers and their versions where our application runs without any error. For the development, what are the versions? Chrome version, Firefox, Safari. The production, what is the requirements? Because, right, maybe some browsers won't support all the features. So we clearly recommend, what are the what are the list of the browsers our application runs. Even same, we send the list to the client also. Sorry, client will install the required browsers to run the application. This is not required. See, right? Babel. Yeah. Next one. Here from the package.jsn, when you refer the packages, we will only know the package name and the versions. If we want to get the full details, like from where this package got installed, whether this package is dependent on any other packages, and what is the security code to install this one, because we did not install, npm has installed. But if you want to know the details, then we go for package log.jsn. Yeah, see, right? Let's say, for example, this is one package. What is the version? From where it got installed? What is the security key? What the other packages this package is dependent? These are the two packages where this package is dependent. And what is the node version the package get executed? So those kind of details we can get always in a package.log.jsn. This package.js and package.log.json tightly coupled. When we install a new package, then first it updates in the package.json if required, and then it comes to package.log.json. It is good practice not to touch this package.json until unless recommended. So we can always change these names, versions, all those stuff, but not all the data in the content in the package.js until unless a situation demands. Any doubts?
No doubts.
Ramya, Firoz, Venkat?
No,
Yeah. When you create a project, every time, yes, new project, not every time when we run new project, we will have this package.json, package.json. Yes, right, right. Okay. Then what are the comments we frequently use? Yeah, only during the develop time, we always use npm start. This is to run the application. Okay. Then npm build to build the application when we want to move the code to the higher environment. npm test. Eject we won't use. Even I never used it. Eject. npm test. Yes. Once we have a test code for our React components, then we go for the npm test. Most of the cases during the development, npm start only. Yes. Let's see the project structure. What it has defaultly created for us. First one is config. So because we have execute the eject command, right? Or otherwise we will have only node modules, public, script, and so on. Yes. Node modules we have seen. Public. Yes. This will have a common resources where we want to make any file can be public to our project. By default, we will have some manifest.js and robots.txt, and these are two logos, and this is React icon, and this is index.html, right? Now, what is this manifest.js? This also like a metadata provides you so details about the resources which are available in public. When you see short name and the name, this one, what else we can do? Nothing. It's just like a metadata. That's it. Robots.txt. Yeah, this is the file where your Google search scroller will refer this. If we have something when we want to appear our project on the Google search, then we should do something here, robot.txt, because when we search a keyword, that Google scroller come and scroll this robots.txt, and based upon that, it take the details and show on the browser. I mean Google search. So robot.txt. We should not worry about this one until unless we need a CO. Important one is index.html. Even though we write a great code in a React or Angular, those won't directly render on the browser. We need a standard HTML file which takes the response and able to display the same on the browser. So whatever the React components pages throws the HTML, that accommodated by this index.html. So it's our responsibility to pass the response to this index.html. That is index.html accommodate that response and able to show on the browser. So how can we do that? Yes, that integration we should do it through our coding. Yeah. When you see here, the very important thing from this index.html, right? This one, line number 31. Division control. Normal HTML division control, which can act as a parent for any other HTML content. So which has a ID as a root. This is the standard one. Earlier we can change it ID. We used to change it, but now root only. ID is root only. So we pass our React components HTML response to this division control, and this division control will render on the browser. Got it, guys? I'll show you that how to integrate that now. This is public folder. Yeah. Next one. Remember, scripts also not required. This now it got created. Source. This is the main folder where our original development files we will create here. Folders, subfolders, whatever, based on our hierarchy. When we run the application, we see some page, right? What is this page? app.js. So this is the default functional component that got created for us. Default. Okay. If you want to continue, yes, we can continue here, or otherwise we can create our new class components or functional component. That is second thing. Now it is showing something, right? I don't want that. I want something, our own content. Yeah. When you see here source file, the very first three files, app.css, that means the specific CSS styles allocated for app.js. This is functional component, right? And this it is app.test.js, the test file which are specific to app component. Yeah. In addition to that, index.css, common style. If we want to write a common style that can be used across the application, then those styles we should write here, index.css. Next one, yes, index.js. Yes, this is the common JavaScript file that's where rest of the rest of the site we can operate from here. Yes, I can say this is the entry point for our application. When we issue the npm start command, immediately React comes this index.js and see which component it should render on the browser. I told you, right? It's our responsibility to pass our, whatever the component, default component, our own component, HTML response to this app index.html, that div control. How can we do that? Yes, index.js only. Whatever the component we want to show on the browser, first of all, we should import here. By default, it is an app component. So import, this is the component name. From which file? App file. See, what is the component? App. It's the same. So first of all, we should import that. Yeah. Once we import that, line number 7 to 12 is important, right? In line number 7, we are creating a root element which accommodates our HTTP response. When you see here inside that document.get element by the ID root. So what element which is having the root, where it where we have this index.html, right? See, right? Yes, this control reference we are getting in a index.js, right? When you see here line number 8, root.render, please, because this React components won't render by itself. So please, accommodate the response of that component. So that's why root.render. So div dot, that root control, right? Root ID equal to the division control, and we should pass out the component details, which component we want. This is the app component, so that it can accommodate whatever this app component written the HTML that render by this division control. So the flow will be like this. When we run the application, initially it goes to the index.js, right? Index.js, and then from the index.js, it looks for this line number 17 and create one root element container, right? And then whatever the component we pass, that component render on the browser. Right. Clear, guys? Now let's change the default content that we got by the React for app.json. Let's see it reflect on the browser or not. Remove all this stuff. Right. Just to save it. Don't forget to save the file. See, right? Even we did not stop the application. When we save the application, it automatically Webpack Manager compiles the code and reflects on the browser. See, right? Correct? Earlier it was some page, some images, but now we have removed all the stuff in app.json. We have given our own content. Yes. So it update on the browser. See what we are returning from this component. Generally, JavaScript function also similar, right? Function name. There we give small capital letter. So return some single value, right? Integer or string, whatever. Right. We return only in value, but here when you see here, we are returning the HTML. That is the difference between the React.js and the normal JavaScript function. So this written, once this, it returns the HTML content. So when you see here index.js, whatever this app, right, that returns HTML content can render by the root element. That means that div tag will accommodate the response written by the particular component. So React.js components written the HTML, JavaScript, Java functional, JavaScript functions returns the values, not the HTML. That is the difference between the JavaScript functions and the React functional components. Read out, guys. Today, we'll create a simple functional component, okay, and then see how to run it. Yes, let's see. Under source, if you want to create a new folder, create it, or otherwise create a new file. Yeah, my first functional cmpt component dot jsx or jsx. Since we are start using the js, better to have always jsx, which once we have a jsx, React symbol will be appear. That means this is a perfect React JS file. Now, what is this syntax for the functional component? It always start with function and component name. It should be Pascal notation. Start with a uppercase. So first, any meaningful name. First, functional component. Yes. As of now, it is we are not expecting anything from the external world. It's just a simple functional component, right? Return. Here we say not return statement, return method, right? Inside that we should mention our HTML content. As of now, div, right? H1 my functional component, right? Now right click, format the data. See, right? It perfectly align our code. Right? Now remove the unwanted. Right. Now, as of now, we have defined the structure of our component. As of now, it is a private. If you want to render this on the browser, by itself, it won't render. Again, we should take the help of index.js and index.html. So, if you want to make sure this functional component available in any of the file, we should export it. So, for that, export, making public export default. We'll discuss about the default keyword next session, and our component name. So now right, semicolon. Now this function is available to import in any of the file. Save it. Come to index.js. Yes. Import. Please import the component. What is our component name? This one. Okay. Right. From which physical file? We say we should give the physical file. Right. My first function, either .jsx or it is optional file extension we can give. Now take the function name. Instead of paste this one. Save all, since we have multiple changes in a multiple file. Okay, so already that save. See, right? My functional component. From where it is coming? From our newly created component, right? So change it. And also put some button. Simple button without any. Click me. Say right. Any doubt, guys?
No.
No, sir.
Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. This is how we create the functional components. Right. Yes. If no doubts, yeah, we can wind up this session.